Hello YouTube, Professor Cadre here. Welcome to Tobacco 312 Cigar Leaf Blends. Pipe tobacco and cigars are usually treated as separate traditions. Although both begin with tobacco leaf, they are blended, prepared, and smoked in different ways. Cigar leaf pipe blends bring those traditions together by incorporating tobacco associated with cigars into a mixture designed specifically for the pipe. Today we're going to explore using Cornell Diehl's Seersucker as our representative blend. Seersucker is a plug, combines Virginia Burley, Black Cavendish, Oriental, Dark-Fired Kentucky, and cigar leaf. Cornell Diehl describes it as a spicy cigar leaf blend. Jeremy Reeves, the head blender, says it was inspired by the flavor profile of a rich, dark cigar. Rather than using Latakia, Seersucker uses a broad mixture of air and fire cured tobaccos and Oriental tobaccos to create a full layered experience.
As someone that enjoys cigars, I do like this.
If they made this in bulk, I would probably have it as part of my rotation.
I'm ordering that Cloud Hopper. Have you tried that, the warped?
I haven't tried it. I have a few tins from back in the day. Haven't opened them yet.
I'll crack mine open and we'll try it.
Yeah.
I do taste the cigar leaf. That there's an undeniable, and it's mixed with a lot of things, so it's not the whole blend, but it's there.
Yeah, there's a kind of spiciness that I associate with many cigars, not all, of course.
Yeah, it's hard to explain some of the other notes I'm associating. Besides, I get the spiciness.
Almost musty in a way.
Yeah, like that musty. I was gonna say like dry almost, if that means anything.
So, a cigar leaf-based blend is a pipe tobacco mixture containing leaves selected or processed for use in cigars.
Cigar making, I guess, right? Like the leaves you would use to make cigars, you're saying? Yeah.
Cigar leaf may serve as a light condiment, a supporting component, or a major source of body and flavor. Its presence does not mean the blend will smoke exactly like a cigar. That should not be the expectation. The other components, the cut of the tobacco, the pipe, your cadence, things all will shape the final experience. So it's not necessarily going to be the same every time. Definitely something to be understood as a pipe blend influenced by cigar tobacco, not a cigar being smoked in a pipe.
Sure. Which you said you've tried that once, right?
Yeah.
How is it? Tastes like a cigar?
Yeah, it's fine. You know, like as a way to smoke down past the point where you don't hold it anymore.
Yeah.
If you have a cob or something that could fit the cigar, it worked just fine.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to put my finger on what I'm tasting, but it's the cigar leaf that
that's you're identifying.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, cigar leaf often contributes flavors such as earth, wood, leather, coffee, cocoa, pepper, some natural sweetness. The precise character depends on the variety, the growing region, the curing method, fermentation, and how much is included in the mixture. I believe Cornell Diehl's blending cigar leaf is Pennsylvania cigar wrapper tobacco with earthy and semi-sweet qualities, notes resembling coffee, hay, and brown sugar. But I haven't confirmed that with Cornell Diehl.
What's interesting is I don't taste it, but I imagine tasting it. When I smoke a cigar, there's always those cedar notes from where it's stored and all that stuff. And I'm almost expecting that cedar. It doesn't come, but my brain plays a trick on me
Okay.
and anticipates the cedar because I'm tasting the other things that usually go hand in hand with it.
Okay. For me, on the retro hell is where it really feels similar to cigars.
Yeah,
Retro hell. When smoking seersucker, you're going to be looking for overall body rather than trying to identify every ingredient immediately, especially as part of Cornell Diehl's Cellar Series, which is meant to be aged and have those flavors marry, which with this one's presentation as a plug is even more pronounced. And this particular tin here is just over 9 years old, so it's had a lot of time to really become a cohesive flavor profile.
yeah. A lot of times, like the Virginias that I smoke, I'm always looking for some alternatives now and again, and they kind of have that sweet and fruity kind of flavor. So I'm always looking for something that's a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more on the dry side, whether it be a burley based blend or something that. And this is a good alternative, a good contrast to
I
that.
think the cigar leaf based blends are going to be something that there'll be a category that you find up your alley.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying more because I do like this a lot, and I think the Kentucky goes well with it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the cigar leaf provides an earthy center, burly reinforcing the body. With the dark bar Kentucky, like it really gives it some additional depth, spice, and smokiness in there.
I'm not sure, but I think in the way that Burley is more alkaline than Virginia, I feel like the cigar leaf is even more alkaline. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it's got that like what I'm calling dryness, and I like
All
it.
right. The blender Jeremy Reeves describes Seersucker as a rich, spicy blend built from air cured and fire cured tobaccos with Oriental, Burley, and Virginia added to provide nuance. It reminds me of a nice, mellow cigar. Is
It
really how
does,
it
yeah.
smokes to me. Um, with this much age on it, none of the characteristics that I would associate with the cigar, the format of a cigar, but the flavor profile wise,
Yeah.
it's like a mellow Maduro cigar.
Well, that's one thing that I always found interesting about when I first started smoking a pipe tobacco was that as someone who had enjoyed cigars before, how different. I figured, okay, raw tobacco is raw, and it's not always raw. It's treated, but like a Virginia leaf is so different than cigar leaf. Like just the tobacco itself is
Oh yeah,
just so
oh
different.
yeah, yeah. Cigar leaf blends might appeal to people who enjoy a full bodied tobacco, prefer earthy, woody flavors, really enjoy burley and dark fired Kentucky, maybe want to bridge between pipe tobacco and cigars. That's the kind of obvious
Hmm.
demographic. People who are interested in blends that don't fit neatly into other categories, like English or Virginia aromatic.
Yeah, I think if you're someone that likes cigars, though, not necessarily someone that needs a bridge, but if you just enjoy a cigar, this does scratches a little bit of that itch. One of the reasons I don't smoke more cigars is because it's so much more expensive than smoking a pipe.
Yeah, it does give you that experience with a lot less of the money, and then the fact that you can get about the same amount of time for so much less
Yep.
ounces. Um, Freedom to let it go out and relight it
Yep.
um, with basically impunity. Could also be a good entry point for cigar smokers looking, exploring pipes.
Hmm.
It's a pretty robust mixture, and it doesn't rely on latakia for that
Yeah,
flavor, which is nice.
it is nice. Yeah, that's the thing with Latakia. I like Latakia, but it's just so much of what it is, if that makes sense. It's so much itself. It's very.
Yeah. Cigar leaf blends connect two related but distinct tobacco traditions. The cigar leaf can contribute earth, spice, body, and richness, but it remains only one part of the complete pipe mixture. Seersucker demonstrates how cigar leaf can be combined with Virginia burley, Black Cavendish, Orientals, and Kentucky to create something that's not a conventional pipe blend, nor is it just a cigar in another form. It is really somewhere in the middle, beginning to change a little bit on me. Uh,
For me, it's just starting to get a little better. I'm
yeah,
noticing
it's
it
just
change.
getting a
Yeah,
little bit more flavorful.
which is pretty typical of
And
a lot of tobaccos when you get to this point.
Yeah, the spice is starting to stick around a little bit longer. Definitely distinctly cigar inspired personality of this tobacco. Excellent example of what the category can offer. Till next time, thanks for watching.